Okay. I think we should be good now. Okay, I think I got it now. Let's see here. Ah, there we go. There you go, MJ. There's the link. Okay, we should be golden now. Getting jumpy, yeah, it is. Market looking like it wants to go. Oh, there's the pullback. I mean, it looks like the Bulls want to take it, but they just can't do it. I don't see a structure right now on anything I like other than us trying to retest the breakout. It's not confirmed yet. The best I could see right there. The best you can do, hope for then is to get back to 918, which is the prior support for me on the 4 hour. It's a 4 hour support, right below the 15-minute orb. Funny, right? Oh, I know. RTY is the weakest. Small caps are struggling. Looks like Bitcoin wants to catch up bid where it's at, sitting at 117. RT. Oh my goodness! Wow, that's disgusting. But you know what? I bet you could find a steal on a IWN call. But yeah, it's sitting right at its at that gap though. Wow. Yeah, right. It's crazy how, from yesterday to today, it's a very, very different thing, right? You can trade RTY, you know that, right, Ryan? You can trade it. Yeah, yeah. For some odd reason, his photo comes up on certain things. I'm not really sure what it is. No, I understand who you're speaking about. The unfortunate thing is that I'm not normally tasked with that stuff. So let me see if I can figure out why he's on there. How about that? Because I definitely do need to remove him from that. Let's see. Edit. Let me see if I can get something from the Blue Sky team to change that. Because I do see it. Yeah, the only problem is I don't have another image. I don't have access to any of our graphic work. So yes, I can change it, but I may not necessarily have something that's authorized or that the company might want. So I have to kind of reach out to them. It's not my company, so gotta kind of jumping through hoops trying to fix this thing on the fly. You know what I'm saying? But thank you guys. 'Cause I did see it. You know what? You're right. Let's just do that. We'll put the blue guy on there. Or there. I believe it'll be different now. Yep, it's different now. Oh, yep, there it is. At least for right now. Oh man, why is it still coming up like that? I just changed it. It shouldn't be. Yeah, I really don't know why it's still coming up like that. Is it? Yeah, I really don't know why this thing is not coming up the right way. Yeah, that icon should be coming up now. Let's see if it works now. Nope, still wrong. Okay. still consolidating in this range. And we're on the top side of the orb, very close to the top, maybe what, like 20 points away from that. More than halfway through New York launch. We got about 20 minutes left. It looks like Bitcoin is starting to break to the upside over the EMAs. Wonder if it'll go this time. Yes, sitting at 6,472.50, down 0.25 for the day. Got NQ at 23,909.75, down 0.15. Bitcoin at 117, 743.50, down 4.58% for the day. Gold at 3,379.80, down 0.84%. Crude oil at 63.80, green 1.85% for the day. Or just consolidating. So to give us that move to the upside. I thought we were gonna put it in the low of the week unless that 23,794 on NQ is. Let's see if we break the top side of this orb and we go. Little 45 looks like we're holding above it now. Hey, 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 hey. It's just what I expect. Hey, some of that stuff works because you know what? It's gotten into you. I know what you're worried about anyway. You're mostly done for the day. Oh man. You and that lotto now that I'm gonna have to hear you talk about all day long. Lotto this, lotto that, all time highs. See? Yep, that is you. Yep, that is you, Kylo. You know, of all the Star Wars characters in the Star Wars galaxy, I hate Kylo Ren the most. He killed Han Solo, man. He killed Han Solo, bro. It even makes me kind of dislike him as, it almost gives him a character flaw in real life for me. Yeah. How do you kill Han Solo, man? How do you kill Han Solo? I know. Chad, don't tell me you haven't seen Star Wars like those. Okay, good. Because I was gonna, I thought I was in a safe zone. I was like, it's been a long time. So, no. All right, good. Yeah, I don't like him because he killed Han Solo. That's my captain. That's my dad. It might be too soon. It's either Wednesday or Thursday every week. It's either, and we have to get a low. I mean, there is always a low point of the week. Hey, but I said that that could have already been it. We're just consolidating. Although, where's the fuel? We need some fuel to move the market in one direction or another. Where's the next news drop going to come from? What, Trump's going to talk, so we should have some hoopla coming here pretty soon from him, right? It's my fault. I mean, I've been blamed for worse, so yeah, if you want to put that on me, yeah, go ahead. I think it's your fault. I think it's your fault the market isn't moving. I think you need to buy more. I don't know what you gotta do, General, who you gotta talk to, but you need to tell them to buy more. Buy more of it, everything. Not today. We already did have our high of the week. Had our high of the week, what, yesterday? That's our high of the week. We're not gonna have a high of the week anymore. Well, I don't know, man. You need to give blood, sell a kidney, borrow $5 from old Betsy. Cause we got time in the day to trade. Well, I'll tell you what, we're not doing anything. All right. Look. NQ looks like it's moving up. Look, I didn't tell you that it was selling anymore. I'd already changed my tune. Looked like we're holding that trend line, breaking on that 45. Told you how many points we were from the orb and our prior support resistance there at 918. We're 8 points away from it. We're reaching for it. There's like a sad little W forming there on the 3 on NQ. Not sure if that's going to hold water. The 5. Yeah, a decent little W there. SPX is trying to get it to the top of the opening 15-minute range. It should. NQ is moving, so I'm sure has a little bit better upside move. Man, I can't believe you top tick that short and you bottom tick that long, dude. Beautiful trade, man. Beautiful trade. Now, do you think it's lining up with the times we talked about? How do you feel about the times we spoke about? You digging that? Wow. Fine. 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 Nice coast up to the upside now. Pushing that power resistance at 918. How much time do we got on this 5 minute candle? We got about a minute left. We should get a nice push up now. Correctamundo. No, we're pushing. Not so much consolidating. It's just a little bit of a slow grind up. The prior two 5 minute candles did kind of, consolidate, but that's like mid lunch. We're coming to the end of it now. Looks like looks like retail sold us back, and we're getting bought back up. Coming out of New York lunch, which is not bad. Maybe we will attempt for intraday highs. Maybe we'll go for that 2407. The 007. Hey, there you go, right? 007. Where is it? Where is Trader 007? She hanging with us today? I haven't seen her name. Yeah, I haven't traded in that way the past couple of days. I've been running out of money before those times. I hear ya. Well, I got my morning trade, so now I'm just waiting for my afternoon trade. I want to see if I can catch either, I want to see if I can catch that end of day pivot. Maybe we could take a nice power hour trade. This trade is working out amazing for you, General. Yeah, that was another great trade for you right there. I'm not staying with you, General. I already know you. I don't wanna. I don't wanna go over there and end up pregnant. It's up 20%. Ooh, nice. Congrats. Congrats. All right, NQ's finally getting those legs now. 23,931. ES at 6,477. Gold at 3,380. And Bitcoin looks like it wants to go. Look like it really is catching a bid here. Chihuahua. Well, fine. Find your own place to sleep. Nah, I'll just stay in a room. I wouldn't want to impose. Fantastic trade, Sly. Caught that off the bottom, huh? Well, look at that rip, General. Hope you're enjoying this one. Looking mighty fine going into the end of New York lunch. Look at that, bro. It's a beautiful trade, man. Beautiful trade. Now don't lose it all in one place. Looks like Bitcoin might be attempting to make a move back to the upside. It's got a long way to go though. Shh. Massive sell-off. Pretty nasty sell-off, if you ask me. I wonder how much of a bounce we'll catch like on the small caps. Well, better to break even than to lose out of the trade completely. Thank you. Looking good. I mean, it looks like a W right there. It's formed. We're looking. We look like we're right at the crest of it, midway of the peak. Well, don't forget, Sly. We are coming out of New York lunch, so yeah. Took some profit at 934. Next take profit is 951. Solid trade, bro. Solid trade.
Look who's starting to move now. It's at 23,946. Hey, General, what time frame do you run the GAN box off of? You run that like on the 3 or something? Oh, okay. That's cool. It's good to know. I've been uh I've been messing with it most of the day. I actually was trying to work on building a strategy off of it with ChatGPT or Microsoft Copilot. Sorry, yeah, I've been messing with it with Microsoft Copilot, trying to put together a strategy. I keep kind of rejecting here, coming out of the end of New York lunch team. Did not want to be in after lunch. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, General, other than congrats. Yeah, congrats, bro. Solid trade. Let's see what we do coming out of New York lunch now, team.
Yep, a 50's a 50, my friend. It's like Sly is looking for that 5 minute fair value gap, expecting a little bit of a pullback, and then rocket ships engaged. I'm in a long on Bitcoin right now, trying to see if I can catch a bit up to the upside. I'm watching NQ though. I am watching NQ. I'm just not quite ready for it though. I missed my options trades today, so you know, just not quite the right time for me just yet. I'm holding six micros, expecting just a pullback, not adding. They were just holding here. NQ sitting at 23,946 right now. Yeah, again, kind of slow here at the top.
Still just making that slow grind up. Yep, it sure did get that gap fill. Thank you really breaking out now from that flat from that W. Sitting at 23,958. The market's getting really slow now, just creeping along. Well, we got the gap fill, so now time for intraday high on NQ. It's a lot of size right there, General. That's also like more than more than 20% of your port, so that's what makes that difficult. You got to be at that 10%. That leaves you enough capital to move to the next trade if it doesn't work out for you, you know?
Yeah, I know how much you paid for those. It's like a quarter of the port though, almost. Probably more. It's probably like half your port. Yeah. Risky, but you just gave your account a real nice pad, so see, I won't do that because when I do that, I usually end up losing when I over leverage like that. I got burned too many times doing that I don't want to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Do not want to do that anymore. Yep. Well, that's what scares me about those moves, General. You know, like I got a little stressed out yesterday because I was in that position and I missed my exit. I missed my exit basically twice yesterday, right? It's really what it came down to because I was doing other things. I was distracted, whatever you want to call it. That's my fault. But unfortunately, my account suffers from that. So, yeah, it's one of those parts of being in this thing sometimes, doesn't necessarily go the way you want it to go. So the biggest thing you want to do is just, you know, you don't want to over risk on it, because it's so easy to blow the account. It is so hard to make money, but it is so easy to blow and lose money. Difficult to make money, but you can almost lose money in seconds. Like instantly you can lose money. But then to make money, oh man, talk about an uphill climb, right guys? Everybody here knows it. We're all the same. We're all doing the same thing. It is a challenge to try to make $5 some days. Hey, what's up, MJ? Am I long right now? Do you know what? I'm flat right now. I'm looking at this. Unfortunately, I we're already at the top of the range, though. Are we really gonna get that bullish though, and make a new intraday high? It's a difficult thing for me right now to kind of see that we're in yesterday's orb on it. Yes, maybe we can go for Thursday's high. I've been kind of doing some other stuff, and I've been looking at some options plays because I'm trying to make an intraday trade. See if I can scalp something. Because yeah, I made a few bucks, but I want to make a little bit more money. Yes, it looks like Sly. On ES, we're right in yesterday's orb, literally. I'm just like chilling right in the middle of it now. Oh, I'm sure you're fine with it going straight up. I took a long up Bitcoin as a matter of fact at the lows that it's at. Oh, there's that rip to the upside, guys. Look at that on ES. Pushing at 6,488.75. NQ pushing at 23,972. Looks like on NQ where I put that breakout mark about almost like 45 minutes ago, we held quite nicely off that. Off my support line, got a candle above it on the 5. Don't get easier than that. Dang, Sly, you weren't kidding about it going straight up from here, bro. That's a solid move up on NQ, sitting at 23,971. Yes, now at 6,488. Gold at 3,384. Getting a good expansion on NQ now. That candle went to the upside. Yeah, bulls are showing up. Solid target sly on that one. Trump is also speaking right now, so be aware of that.
start making that slow grind up, it looks like. Or Trump's going to say anything that could send a market. I think he just kind of stalled out, sitting at 23,970, bottom of the half hour. Oh, General. How much money you made today? You're crying about an extra 50, 60 bucks. Up a few G's, I tell you. At least you had a phenomenal day, though. You know, you had a fantastic day. You killed it. Probably one of your best days. Oh, I know you. Hey, just like the rest of us, you know, we all want to squeeze the last penny we can out of these things, you know? But sometimes, you know, you can squeeze too hard and you'll end up getting cut. You know, it'll squeeze you out. You know, that's the part. Hmm. Oh, look like the market is starting to pull back now. That it? We done? It's an interesting read right there, General.
No rejection here on the market pulling back at 23,959. Yes, back at 6,486. Oops, sorry about that. So yeah, Trump is still talking to the media right now, taking questions and stuff. Sounds like he's talking about the economy. All the states are doing great. There's a bunch of states that are in the toilet because of windmills. Windmills are ruining the states. There's a few states' economies because, well, they're windmills. Market kind of rejecting these highs. Put a higher low in here on ES. Oddly enough, ES rejected yesterday's orb. That's what I'm seeing right now. Like actually right under it. We broke above it and we rejected it and broke back under it.
Market kind of rejecting here. Like we're struggling for upside here. Yeah, yeah, of course you are, Sly. You are the very best I have ever seen. Better than Mike even, bro. Just don't let Mike hear you say that. Congrats, man. I hope you're making money off those trades, bro. Well, it's all good. Well, you're saying that you're the GOAT, man. Like better than Michael Jackson. Or Michael Jackson. You're better than the king. King of pop. You're better than Michael Jordan. Man, Michael Jackson. Oh my god. Boba, I don't even know what I was hearing. Crypto continuing to sell. IQ just sitting at 23,946. Well, there you go, brother. I'm glad to hear you're the best version of yourself. That's all that matters. I don't like the long. I'm looking at short. You made a higher low. Got lower high, lower low. Oh, nice, Flab. Jay-Wiz going out too? Shit, I'll meet. I definitely will go out then. If all of y'all gonna go out, then yeah, let's do it. Is Boulay gonna go? Tell me Mr. Boulay's gonna go. Should, man. Gotta have Boulay there. Got it, sweetheart. You're looking like we're gonna make another pivot here to the upside. About 4 minutes from the top of the hour, team. I'm not in any puts. Who said I'm in puts? I am not in puts right now. I'm in a new long on Bitcoin. That's exactly what I'm in. I'm in a long on Bitcoin that I just entered. I'm 1.8% green right now, and that's all I'm in right. Well, I'm not really just in that. I'm also in what else am I in? I got my weed ETF. I got my weed ETF. That's what 11. Oh, they're at 10.54 today. I'm actually down 2% today. My FNGU that That ETF for Fang names, I'm up 1.61. I'm up 3% overall on that one. My puts from this morning, I'm done with them. I am looking at puts though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie. Oh damn, Algo just put me short on crypto. Damn, I just got put to short on this. Yeah, I was long and my algo just took me out of my long and put me into short. It's like, nope, you're going short, Riz. Markets ripping to the upside though, I will say that. Oh, sorry, that's yeah, there goes ES moving back up quite nicely up. Yes, struggling. Pulling back to yesterday's orb at 6,485. I'm watching the XSP 645s. They're like at 15 cents. It's some for like 11. Got a bid on them, trying to see if I can scoop a few up for cheapy. Oh, they're at 17 cents now. Dang. Man, they just flew. I'm up 1% on my Bitcoin short already as well. Puts are more expensive today than calls are right now. So like one out the money put is 3 times more expensive than a call right now. Oh man, look at that candle on Amazon. Sheesh. Wow, look at that rip to the upside this morning. Amazon is actually up, $5. Almost $6 up on the day. And it's not giving up. It's probably what is carrying this market right now to the upside. You can see that on the Nasdaq. A lot of neutral, a lot more red, but Google, Meta, Apple, Nvidia kind of carrying the market. There's Amazon right there on Nasdaq. You can see the weighting of it affecting Nasdaq, keeping the market prepped up. You could see that on the S&P. You see a lot more of that red. You know, Amazon green, Google green. But not a lot of other news to kind of keep us with that upside. All right, team. We're about an hour from Power Hour. And keep finally pushing down. Trying to push that 934.50. Struggling. We've got a support down at 925 and a quarter as well. So don't know how deep this will go. I mean, it'd have to break that prior support to give us what we want. And keep trying to Bulls trying to catch this, trying to pick this up. Bulls are struggling. They can't pick this up. Throwing an 11-cent bid on some of those 645 putts, zero DTEs. Bitcoin short is doing pretty well. Almost 2% green on that trade now. What does Coach Matt say about options that expire on the Friday? Did he say that it's almost impossible to short the market when we have that? I know he had mentioned something that the probability becomes very low. Market look poised to sell off now. Structure looks very selly. We're at that orb high now on NQ 23,925, breaking it now. Got about 2 minutes 20 seconds left on this 15-minute candle that looks to be structuring to the downside. As a matter of fact, on the 15, it looks like we might even be making an M, or if you'd like to call it a relative equal highs, very close to it. Some folks might not consider it because it is a little off, but it looks like it. Bitcoin short is up 3%. Let's go. Oh man. Do you think his presidency has been boring? This, you know what, it has. It's been an uneventful presidency, which, you know what, I'm glad for. It's either that or I'm so tuned out of the news from his first presidency that, you know what, I'm not even paying attention. I'm not looking at the news, to be honest with you. I'm not looking at the news whatsoever. I don't want to know. At this point, I don't want to know. I'm working. I'm making money in the market. You know, at this point, I just blindfolds on, focused on my kids and my work. That's it. You're talking about windmills and how the states in the United States that are in the worst financial position are the ones with windmills. I was like, what? Well, you know how those windmills attract the worst kind of accountants. Puts are working. I'm up 73% on them. Dang, my Bitcoin short is up 5%. I got a sell order on these puts. Boom.
I'm out. All right, cool. Just made 50% on those. Solid little trade there on some XSP puts. Another green day. Nice, General. Where did you get money from? Where did you get money from? I thought you didn't have any money. Oh my God, General. DGen. I did what I wanted. I did exactly what I wanted. And you know what? I liked it. I'm up 6% on my Bitcoin short. I just don't know how much more Bitcoin is going to sell. Is that a good kind of bounce spot? Who's ripping? Something in my something in my portfolio is like ripping to the upside right now. You know, just sold $50 of Solana. Sorry, I see it now. Oh no, bro. I was basically just trying to, yeah, I know. I was basically trying to do what we talked about, where we take those scalps, you know, get those get those cons that are like one or two out the money to where you could double them real quick since, the leverage on XSP is so high. I bet you those I bet you those puts are right back what I bought them at. I wonder if they're 11 cents again. Oh, they're 18 cents. I sold them at 25 cents. Ha. I saw that we hit 25 and we went to 21 and I just put the sell order in as soon as I could. Unlike yesterday that I was messing around, I wasn't I think I wasn't sure and now I think I got a better idea of how I want to do these. You ain't wrong for selling the Solana. The Solana was probably up. I don't know how much more they're gonna move us, though, to be honest with you. Why is my internet? It dropped a bunch of frames there for like a second. Well, man, I'm loving the coins, man. The coins are, dude. I'm up 8% on that short now. Oh man, Bitcoin just broke 117,137 to the downside. Broke a higher low. It's breaking the intraday low, or it broke it pretty strongly to the downside. Yeah, I'm so glad that yesterday with the rejection of all-time highs on Bitcoin, I actually exited the majority of my crypto positions. The only thing I left in are my XRP positions. It's the only thing I'm holding currently. Everything else I cut. I was like, no. Bet you Ethereum took a hit as well. Yeah, Ethereum took a nasty hit. Bitcoin's somewhat recovering off that nasty wick down. Yeah, it's pulling back quite nicely now. Oh, that's a good bid there. Probably see the market kind of start rebounding if if investors are going more risk on and gonna buy this back up, especially like on crypto. You should see the market as well do that. All right, good luck to you, brother. Good luck. All right, Ted, I like it. Shh. Put that sell order, brother. Put that sell order. Or sell a fraction of them to where you're profitable. Put that resting sell order, and then just have the others that if you were to keep them as runners, you already have them. That's what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at XSP calls. I'm trying to see, seeing what kind of move we get on on the options chain here. I'd like the 646s to drop in price. I'd like to see those at like, I don't know, like 17, 15 cents. Like if ES can get a little bit more of a pullback, maybe come on down to 6,479. Test at 26 again. I'm not leaving. All right, all right. Sell them. I love it. That's hilarious. Although those puts are still holding their value. Spread is between 16 to 19 cents now. Yes, kind of pushing down. Bitcoin is testing the 200. Dang, man, I should have flipped instead of cutting the position. I'm glad I cut it though. The algo wouldn't have done that. I probably would have ended up breaking even on that trade. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. General's calling for the dump truck. He's like, dude, dude. Oh man, those puts are back to 20. They're back at 20 cents, 21 cents. Calls are getting a little juice though. I'll be honest with you. Call chain is actually a little bit more expensive now than the puts. Yeah, it's breaking back down. 6,480. Oh, there we go. There's that 6,480. These puts are still holding. Back it up, baby. Oh, nice, General. Nice. That's dang. That's a huge position right there. Like Bitcoin's gonna get above the 200. Yeah, struggling on the 200 right now itself. And Q is also looking pretty selling. Hmm. Look at that. Bitcoin bouncing quite nicely off those lows. Oh, really? RTY had a bounce. So small caps are recovering already. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. So yeah, market's just lagging then. I bet you the Dow is also starting its upside move. Yep, the Dow is already to the upside. I don't think we are. As small caps and the Dow is already recovered, then the rest of the market is lagging. Because the rest of the sectors haven't pulled up. At least that's what I'm thinking. And the call side is getting juiced. Oh yeah. Yeah, the call side is definitely juiced up more than the put side. If you look at your broker, I'm sure that you can see the difference between the puts and the calls right now. I'm trying to see if I can pick up some 647s. About $2 at the money, but I'm trying to get them for 6 cents. I want to get them really, really cheap so that I don't have one, so I can get a bunch of them, and two, so that my cost will be, I don't want to spend a lot of money, but I want to get a bunch of them. So, but if they work, they could work really well, you know. But I'm fishy, and keep looking like it's starting to catch that bid here. Oh, those things just, man, they just ripped us 11 cents. It's in like 8 cents. Oh, they were down a penny. Wild. Bulls and Bears are fine. I don't know why the Bears are even fighting this, but the volume is kind of low. Well, not really. 5,000 orders in the chain. These guys are just messing around. Yeah, those puts have lost value. They went back to what I paid for them. Wow. And Q sending at 23,905. Gonna peg it here until power hour or what? Just give us the rip. Strip it. Just take it to all time highs. Do it. I dare you. Maybe you're right, General. We're already down though. We're at the bottom. Well, we're at the lower side of the range. Bears haven't been able to get us to the opening low. Those calls are 12 cents now from 6. Dang. That's exactly what I was hoping on doing. Just a nice, easy little grind up, double my money, and jump out. C'est la vie. All right, gang. We got 20 minutes until power hour. NQ pulling back up, trying to get into that support level at 1950. Bitcoin making a nice move to back to the upside at 17,983. ES at 6,484.50. NQ at 23,914. Yeah, those puts are down. They're down to 8 cents now. Those those 647s are 15 cents now. Uh, Cancel that order. Well, I think we might have an interesting power hour on our hands. I think we're set up for a nice move. We haven't moved very much, consolidated most of the day. Rejected what looks like a W on NQ. Started to kind of form an M and then invalidated that. Hmm. Maybe one of the other Mag 7 will catch a bid and continue to carry the market up to the upside. We did see that yesterday. End of day, we did get a nice little move to the upside. We almost got to all-time highs yesterday. You guys think we can see that again today? I think it's quite possible. We're set up for it. We're right in the middle of it. I mean, NQ is set up to go for it because it is on the top side of the orb, you know? So we have a very good metric to set the bar for. That if we're gonna get the expansion and we're gonna start running to the upside, what we can easily identify on the chart that hey, we're gonna break the order to the upside. We gotta go long. If we get a rejection, then we're gonna know right away that the long thesis is dead. But the problem will be then is will we consolidate, get back into the orb range, get stuck in the middle, or will we sell off? I don't think we'll sell off. I don't think we're gonna dump. I really don't think we're going to dump. I think we're either going to get a nice expansion to the upside or we're going to get stuck consolidating. It's one of those two scenarios. Sorry. Sorry, General. Estás bien, pendejo. Wow. ¿Por qué me hablas así? Mira qué malo. Qué malo eres. We're gonna put you in timeout, General. ¿Por qué te enojas tanto? Can do bilingual streams. Oh, well, you're over here cursing me out in Spanish. Well, it's not even cursing me out. It's really, it's not even that. Everybody's all Googling what that means right now. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. We got, let's keep chat clean, man. Let's keep chat clean, General. We don't put you in timeout. Yeah, the other thing, General, is I've got that support resistance line right here at 91850. That's up to 4 hour. That's a lot. That's a support resistance line off the 4 hours. So it is kind of significant as well. So you got a little bit of resistance for the time being to get through. So you got some stuff on your side, playing the downside move on this. I'll tell you what though, those 647 calls I was looking at that were like 8 cents, they're at 17 cents right now. Thank you, General. Huh. I don't think anybody wants to know that, General. I think that's just too much sharing for us. I'll tell you what, NQ is rejecting here quite nice. Rejecting, this resistance. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, really? The reversal card? Hey, hey, but that one is going up, bro. That one where that guy is on the pot, that one's going up. So I don't know, bro. What should I be going on here? I don't know. I don't think we are. I honestly don't think we are. I beg to differ. As much as I know you want it to go down, I honestly don't think we are. I 647s are 21 cents now. Oh, I know. Well, we know you're being my antagonist here in the chat. Yes, ripping up to 6,487 going into power hour. NQ broke the prior resistance and the orb high. So we're sitting at 23,927. Yeah, we should have Coach Matt stepping in with us here in a few minutes. I don't know. To me, it looks like we might be set up for a good power hour. You know, because like if if these 45-degree breakouts play out, Then we should see what 23,967, and then maybe reject there, get another pullback for the next leg up. That's how those things kind of work. That would be my first like if you were already in, that would be my first like target. That's hilarious, bro. Oh man. Don't do that to General, he's gonna have a heart attack. And this is true. This is true. Ted did ask for that. Oh my goodness. There you go. Got to pump you up. I like the setup though, but mm, gotta hold it. It's a trap. Yeah, I'll be back in just a second. I got someone at the front door.
Okay. All right, I'm back. Don't be good for general. I need a nice sell to run it back long. Yeah, Bitcoin moving quite nicely to the upside, man. Regaining 118,179.
What's up, Riz?
Hey, Coach Matt, how's it going? Oh, did I miss something? You were there for a second. I can't even hear him myself. Can you all hear him? Wait, which one of us sounds like a robot? Coach Matt or myself? Okay. All right, let's see if Coach Matt can get back with this. I couldn't hear him either. I heard a few folks were mentioning that he sounded like a robot, but I know that Coach Matt is not a robot.
How's that, guys?
Hey, Coach.
Audio better?
Definitely.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Nobody wants to hear the robot. That's right. That's right, squats. Let's giddy up and go, 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 baby. Anyways, what I was saying very quickly is I haven't done anything on the ES today. I haven't liked the price action following the PPI report. But I did switch to the Russell 2000 today. And after the PPI report, I just like the reversal scenario. Currently in the Russell 2000 right now. What's everybody else doing as we start good old power hour today? We long, we short, we looking. What about you, Riz?
I'm looking at longs right now. I'm just being careful with what cards I pick up. I'm looking to see if we catch a bid going into the close, and we're in power hour. How about
Okay.
yourself?
Doing fantastic.
What you looking
Enjoying the
at?
day. Oh, I'm in the Russell 2000 right now.
Okay.
Yeah. I drilled the reversal this morning. I thought it was the one index that if the market was going to reverse after the PPI report, that it was the one that had the best ability to give us a good reversal breakout. Loved it at the 95 level, 295. Added to it a bond breakout at 2300. So I just barely added to it about 25 minutes ago. Um, just letting it play out.
Mm.
So I've added to it twice. We'll see. We'll see. My last add today was at 2300. I won't add anymore regardless of the situation. I'm gonna let it play out though. But yeah, I switched to the Russell specifically because I thought technically it was in a good pullback situation on the hourly chart, coming into a zone that I like. I'll break it down in the lab later on today, guys. For those of you who attend the Blue Sky Lab after the close, definitely attend the Blue Sky Lab after the close. By the way.
It's amazing that it had such a better bounce than the overall market.
Um, yeah, I'm not surprised honestly. The momentum was there in the Russell 2000 the last couple days. Um, the volatility today's candle was wicked, but it was a 38% pullback against the previous 2 days in price. I saw that as a benign pullback, to be honest with you. It was coming right into the breakout channel, and I thought if you're just coming into some zones around the 2290 to 2300 level that I thought was going to act as a support level. And so far, so good. We'll see if we can get some giddy up. I'll be out at 2310 here, most likely by the end of today. That's my target ultimately is 2310.
Hmm. Okay.
I thought maybe I would carry it. Maybe we could get like the entire PPI report, but I think that's kind of a pipe dream today. You'd have to carry that overnight into tomorrow for that scenario. So I'm targeting 2310 here. We'll see if I can get my last eight. So are you looking ES or NQ right now?
I'm looking at ES right now. If you're looking at the YouTube stream, you would be seeing ES on my chart.
Yeah, I got the intraday read on the NQ and the ES as a symmetrical triangle. And those compressing patterns, the symmetrical triangle variations, they can be explosive when they break the pattern. They're very, very powerful when they break the pattern. I would be a little bit sensitive inside pattern, meaning I wouldn't be aggressive inside pattern. But that's gonna get pretty tight as we go into the close. I'm looking at the symmetrical triangle break right now as well. Um, it's very consistent on the Nasdaq, less so on the ES, but it's there as well. On the symmetrical triangle break, if it breaks 88, that would be an aggressive trigger. Where's your trigger you're looking at on the ES here?
Who, myself?
Yeah. If you were gonna like add to or enter into a new trade or an existing trade, obviously, but where would you add? Like what would you need to see happen for you to be like, yeah, let's giddy up?
For me to add, I would have to see us. I'd have to see us at 6,492. I'd have to see us go to that and then write that at least to 494.
Both good pivots. Those are
Otherwise,
the exact pivots I connected on my symmetrical triangle.
yeah, otherwise I would scale out and probably leave my runner at 494 because by then I should be in a free trade, put my stop at even and just let it do what it's going to do from that point. It's about as much
Yeah.
you could probably squeeze out of it at that point. That's the only thing that concerns me about the market today is that yesterday we attempted to break out and then we rejected and then we didn't. We stalled out and then just pulled back right at the close. So I'm wondering if we'll do that again today.
Um, I think it's hard to see momentum after that PPI report today. So I would go with the hesitation breakout on that one. Like I think we kind of inside range doji, not a lot of movement versus what we saw yesterday. Although I do think ultimately, guys, on the ES, I'm most interested in a 6,500 developed breakout. Um, let's say we kind of do the same thing tomorrow, Riz,
Hmm.
just hypothetically speaking. You'll be going into the weekend with the futures open with the consolidation significant whole number 6,500 that every swing trader in the world is looking at being aggressive above. And
Hmm.
like I don't speak for the team swing trader, but I certainly understand them. And if the swing traders are looking at that, that could be an explosive day trading environment. So it's a technical level that like I have a lot of interest in on a lot of different time frames. It's that 6,500 level. I'm gonna just focus on the Russell right here until that really develops, in my opinion. I also think you could equally, if you're looking at the Dow Jones, I think you could equally be looking at the Dow Jones at right around that 45,100 level, and like that has a beautiful time frame level to it as well. And so, like, I wouldn't hate to see another day of nothing I hate volatility on Fridays going into the weekend. It dirties up the technical joint. Don't get me
Hmm.
wrong, you like trading that on Fridays, but you don't like dealing with all the secondary impacts on Monday and Tuesday. I love clean environment. Love clean environment going into the weekend. And if the market kind of hesitates tomorrow, kind of similar to what it did today and yesterday, it's going to be a pretty clean environment going into the weekend. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, later on today in the lab, we're going to be focusing on news based events. We're going to be breaking down the market response to the CPI report, the PPI report this week, and discuss kind of how to handle news based trading events, how to handle the volatility, what to wait on, what to look for, identify your levels, pattern development, and then we're going to do a little bit of just recap. If you have any questions or want me to look at any strategy from an options perspective, obviously we do team time the last 10 minutes of the lab every single Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after the market closes, in Coach Matt's room, right underneath it's the last one here, I believe, right there.
Rejecting the orb high on NQ at 23,925.
Kind of feels like the market wants to test up.
It does. The calls one out the money are like more expensive right now. They're like twice the cost right now.
As the puts?
So like right now, one out the money on a put is 12 cents, and a call is gonna cost me 20 cents.
Dude, that's insane. Puts are always higher than calls.
Hmm.
Good. That's that's the market maker making people pay for what they expect. By the way, I saw a horrible pricing event in the options market today on Adobe. You could sell a bear call spread at 400 to 405 and get like 20% return over a month on that credit spread.
Dang.
Ridiculous. It was ridiculous. It's called the bear call spread. It's a prototypical vertical credit spread on in the option market. Obviously, Rich, you know it. I was just kind of explaining it for people that didn't. But basically, you sell a credit spread, and how I've always described credit spreads to people is it easier to tell people where things are going or where things won't go? And it's always easier in the market to say a stock's not going to go there than it is a stock's going to go there. And that's the difference between delta and theta trading in the stock market with options, obviously. Um, Bear call spreads are a theta based cash flow strategy where you're trying to maximize the range of the asset class. And you can get 10% ROI, 8% ROI, 15% ROI, pretty standard on those things, 75 to 80% probability type scale. But on Adobe, it was like, Riz, like seriously, like I was looking at them like 40-point range and a 70, like it was insane. It was a good one.
It sounds good.
I don't do a lot of credit spreads. Like my brother is a big time cash flow guy. He does them all the time. I'm too analytical for that. That's kind of like letting paint dry on a wall type trading. And some people love it, love it, love it. I just like more action. But even I had to get even I had to do that one.
I meant to ask you that. We've had this conversation before about your brother's thesis for contracts expiration. That's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Riz. I'm gonna talk to him tonight, and then on Monday when we have our first hangout on Monday,
Hmm.
we'll have a conversation on it because his philosophy. I just don't want to like give the data without knowing exactly what the data says, and so I just want to have a conversation with him. I'll do that tonight. Um,
Because you said you
Sometimes
can't
he tell
short it, right? You can't short it when that's
no
happening.
no. He what his philosophy is the moment of the expiration event, right? And that's tomorrow. So we get expiration tomorrow. After OPEX, his philosophy is if the Bears have any chance in the month to month cycle, the week to week cycle each month, so we get 4 weeks, right? If the Bears have any chance to create some real damage in the market, like something other than, a 1-2 day pullback type thing, right? But something sustainable to the downside. His philosophy is it has to be during the week after OPEC. And so that would be next week. And so if you're a bear, his philosophy is that that's the week that you're like really paying attention. You're looking for your triggers. You're looking for your edge. You're getting a little bit more excited. Those types of things. And so yeah, that we get expiration date tomorrow, and then there's about 2 weeks where he feels like the Bears have a much better edge. But his philosophy is like you go into the last 2 weeks right before options expiration. Like he's like it's the Bulls dominate those time periods. It's like they dominate. And if you look at the last couple weeks, guys, what have the Bulls done in the market? They've dominated every down pressure and price is gobbled up by the Bulls so far in the move last 2 weeks. So what he's and that's his philosophy. Now he'll also equally tell you that it doesn't like the Bears have a shot. Like he doesn't feel like the Bears have any shot the last 2 weeks of OPEX, but that he feels like they have a decent shot to create some issues and some volatility and some downward pressure on price after OPEX. And so again, I'll talk to him tonight, get it dialed in, and then I'll update the team on Monday. I find when he first told me about it, and as an analytical guy, I immediately started questioning it and challenging it, and I think you need that on your team for people that are willing to challenge your idea and challenge your trade idea, and those types of things. And so I immediately started challenging it and throwing doubt at it, but the initial data set I saw was pretty compelling. Yeah, and like and Q a little bit meandering there at the top. Coming into major breakout zones in everything, like from the Dow to the NASDAQ, like Russell, all major breakout zones. So I could see it. Now, I'm a technician, so we'll wait to see it. No, NQ on wave 5 would probably still have quite a. I'd have to do a deep dive, but I would say off the top of my head, 18, 21 and a half. You probably still got a good couple thousand points to run before you get too far overextended. Maybe not a couple thousand. That might be aggressive. I'd say north of 25 though, like on if I had to do the Fibonacci Elliott wave projection.
I picked up a few 648 calls or DTE. I've been sitting in those. I was almost out. I was actually a penny from getting out. I scooped them up for 4 cents. I was trying to sell them for 11.
Say that again, Riz. I missed that, brother.
Yeah, sorry, I got quiet. I picked up some XSP 648 calls. like a
Oh,
dollar
did
out
you?
the money. Yeah, I got them for 4 cents. I was trying to sell them for 11. I almost got it. They were like at 10 cents for a couple of seconds. I was hoping that they would creep over, but I might just adjust my sell and just sell them for, maybe 7 or 8 cents.
I don't think we're gonna go. And MJ, like, there's some there's some debate on the policy today with that PPI report today. Not for me. I still maintain we're going to get 2 to 3 cuts, most likely two at this point. But in a rate cutting cycle, I would have a hard time arguing that the market's going to be bearish in a rate cutting cycle. I mean, you can certainly expect volatility as the market figures out the pricing power and whatnot, but especially on cyclicals. Like the small and mid caps have been begging for rate cuts for 2 years. And whatever bear market we do get, like I'm not sure we'll ever see the level of bear markets that dominated history, like the 2008 through 2009 bear market, the 2000 to 2003 bear market, the ones that take 18 months, 2 years to kind of. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's a thing in the future. We live in algorithm V-shaped recovery. One crew, governments, central banks far quicker to act. Like for example, markets are at all-time highs. Labor's at 4.1%. Inflation's at 2.8, and they're absolutely going to cut interest 2 to 3 times. I would love a pump here. I want to get my 310 on the Russell.
Hmm. Yeah, I'd like a nice little bounce here as well.
Bounce helps everybody. Let's go.
And keep catching a little bit of a bid. Bounced off the orb high again. They're probably waiting until the forced liquidations happen here in the next 4 minutes.
That Russell trade I've been talking about showing a little weakness here.
Mm. Back under the orb high on NQ. Yeah, that's what I did, Ted. I put a sell order as well. You got 2 minutes till all those forced liquidations happen here. Yes, catching a little bit of a bid here. The bottom of the hour. We got 30 minutes to the end of the cash close. Let's go, Bulls. Come on. Mm. Stop back out. Mm. Praying for you, Ted. Pray for both of us. Make a little money on this. Make a lot of money, hopefully. Got a little bit of profit I'm using for this trade, so. Oddly enough, ES is right in the middle of yesterday's orb, you know that, Coach Matt? Catching a bid on ES now. That's a nice that's a nice amount of orders to the upside on ES. 6,489 now. NQ back above the orb again, as well as my 4 hour support there at 418. Didn't even touch 418 to be honest with you. See what happens. Running out of time in the New York cash session though. That's for sure. NQ catching a pretty rowdy bid to the upside, sitting at 23,939 now. Calls are almost back to break even. They're like $1 down. Hmm. I'm not looking for a lot of juice on these. I got a sell order at like 9 cents. Just need a little juice on them and we's out. Cool. Oh, that's hilarious. Like you're rejecting back down. Oh, so much for that push up. Bears don't want to let it go. I don't know where they think they're going. They ain't got much time. I mean, I guess they could really pile in and start selling into the close the last 20. Get some volume, man. Hmm. The U.S. is the U.S. government could take a stake in Intel. Wow.
Riz, I thought I was going to get our 2310 there. Kind of faded and fizzled, didn't it?
Yeah, what I think we'll probably see is we'll see it just rip into the close like it did yesterday.
I think we'll see that. You
I'm
know,
sticking in until imbalances at a minimum.
I got my sell orders there. I'm looking at Intel right now with the news that I just heard.
What was the news on Intel?
U.S. government is taking ownership of Intel, a portion of ownership.
What?
Yep, we own
Whoa.
ourselves a semiconductor. Look at Intel
We
right now; it
couldn't have
is
taken
ripping on the
over
news.
Nvidia? No, I kid on that. Um, I that's interesting. That's
That's the
interesting.
rumor
All of a
on the street.
sudden, Intel is now Sally Mae. Okay.
Contracts are all juiced on Intel now. The whole options chain is just cranked
Insane.
now. Should take a short on this. Yes, it's starting to rip, like I mentioned. Come
I,
on.
I like the technical story of the market right now. It's just a matter, can we get a little love here?
I think that key could get to 23,981. I think we got time for it. Wow. It's funny the stuff I'm hearing, the commentary I'm hearing on Intel being, basically a crap company and that, they're stuck owning it.
That's why I made the comment on Sally Mae. Um, like, Trump made some comments last week on Intel's leadership and CEO, and so I guess we shouldn't be too surprised. He was kind of hinting at it, but it's always shocking to hear the U.S. government doing that with private company or public company. Then again, Intel has literally gotten billions and billions of dollars from the federal government.
Hmm. Looking to keep on.
General, I need that love to get 2310, and I'm hoping imbalances get it. I'm not giving it room on the downside.
Go 1 minute until imbalances. No mag seven
Okay.
on the imbalance. So a bunch of small caps. So it's a deal with like Taiwan Semi uh, doing a doing a huge investment into Intel.
Taiwan Semi and Intel made an agreement a couple years back after the release of the Chips and Science Act
Hmm.
for Taiwan Semiconductor to invest billions of dollars into the United States.
Hmm.
And they were partnering in conjunction with Intel to build some foundries here in the US. And so I don't know what the current situation between Taiwan and Intel is, but they do have some existing deals. That was part of the whole chips and science investing in the semiconductor space and getting there was a lot of concern at the moment and still is with Taiwan Semiconductor and Chinese influence and what they have plans with Taiwan and whatnot. And so it was a way to diversify from that specifically and bring some of the production back into the United States over time. That was the intention.
Hmm.
The problem is it's Intel who's getting annihilated by every other semiconductor company.
Intel's starting to rip some more. There's a gap on Intel at 25 cents too. Oh damn, 25-cent contracts just ripped from a quarter to 35 cents. Yes, trying to rip into the close. Trying to go for the intraday high, I believe. Well, maybe not.
I'm going to get
It's a
my
long ways.
2310 Riz.
You might. Sanded bulls.
Nikki, I have not, but it is on my list.
Yeah, we are getting an aggressive push here into the close on ES. Look at that. 6,495.50. NQ not moving quite like ES to the upside. Oh, NQ ES just rejected 6,496 and a quarter.
Again, in the lab here in just a few minutes, guys, we are talking news based trade events. We're going to do it from the basics to the beginner to the advanced. Walk everybody through the process, both in identifying those major reports as well as how to process the trades going in and coming out of it. Thought it was a good week to talk about news based trade events as we had both the CPI report and the PPI report this week. So Riz, I'm going to jump over to my lab link and hopefully I see everybody there.
All right,
Later,
sounds
Tim.
good, Coach. Thanks for hanging with us, and have a great afternoon. All right, team, we're in the last 2 minutes of the cash session close. No, I guess not. I guess Coach Matt didn't. You can drop in his classroom and ask him. You could always do that. Drop in the lab before he starts his class, and I'm sure he would run that by you and let you know what the goodies are on that. The last minute. Mm, last minute. Got seconds left. Come on, ES, push it. Break through the orb high. Mm, nope. Bears ain't gonna let it. Oh, look at that cell. Whoa. Wow. Ding, ding, ding. And there you go, team. Wow. What an incredible day. I hope you guys were all green. Really interesting day. We had some lows, we had some highs. Some amazing trades. I hope you guys made a ton of money. I know General did. You made a bunch of money. What do you mean? You already know. The end of the day is this is the hardest time to trade out of the whole day, bro. This is the most difficult time of trade because you're trading the very. This is the manipulated close. You have a bunch of imbalances, things like that. So almost like a synthetic close, in my opinion. So yeah, you made a ton of money, man. You already made like 2 G's today, bro. And lost like maybe like $50. So it was a play that you wanted to take at the end of the day to test the waters and see if you could. Eh, at least it was 50 and not 500 or 5,000. So it could have been a very different number. So congratulations to you. And congratulations to everyone again. Hope you all had a great trading day. Thanks again to Coach Matt and Mike for stopping in with us today and providing us all their great commentary. Hey, no problem, Gabber. Hey, thanks to all of our great community. Hey, and congrats to you, General, on not only winning money but also winning that cap. I'll make sure that one of the coaches get it signed for you and stuff. And to our YouTube fam, thank you all for stopping in and hanging with us. If you all have any questions, feel free to drop those in or jump in our Discord. Don't forget about our great specials that we've got going on. We've got our launch plans on sale for $49 and $69, as well as our direct to funded accounts that are on sale for 20% off. Feel free to stop in Coach Matt's trading class. I just dropped the link in this in to our Discord where you can jump in, chat, ask him questions, listen to his lecture that's free of charge. It's offered every Thursday as well as my market prep every Sunday, an hour before market. As always, thank you again. Have a great day in the market, and I will see you all tomorrow at the bell.